And we'll move on to the next question. We'll clear the board. Alright, so let's take a look at this. So the question is asking, how does the average speed of light in glass compared with its speed in a vacuum? So speed of light, usually represented by the variable c, is equal to 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. So in a vacuum, this would be the case. So the speed of light would just be 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. When it's in a different medium, more specifically in a medium that's more dense, so in this scenario glass is more denser than a vacuum, or air. So air is a little more dense than a vacuum, but glass is a lot more dense than a vacuum. So usually you will end up with the following equation. So speed of, so let me just redo that. Speed of light is equal to, so the speed of light in the medium is equal to the speed of light in a vacuum divided by some index of refraction. So this index is represented by n. For denser mediums, that will be greater than 1. So in a vacuum, the index of refraction is just 1. In mediums like glass, it would be greater than 1. So we know for a fact that it will just be greater than 1 for glass. So we can look up the exact value. So here we can see from just the number provided here that the exact value is 1.5. We don't necessarily need to know that to answer this question, but for most materials that are denser than vacuum, so all of them have a refractive index greater than 1. So what this means, if we increase the bottom compared to what it would be in a vacuum, the speed over here would decrease because we're increasing the denominator, and we'll end up with a smaller value for speed. So right away we can kind of see that for a denser material like glass, we'd have a lower speed of light when compared to the speed in a vacuum. So that's kind of the answer to this question. So the speed will be decreased or less than what it would be in a speed in a vacuum. And we can use this equation to calculate it if we were given numbers in the question. So let's look at the attempted solution by the student. There is a change in the speed of light when it travels through one medium to another. In glass, this would be less. And they go on to describe why that's the case due to the refractive index. Excuse me. And then the refractive index for glass is 1.5, approximately. So for a denser medium, the speed of light changes and it will be slower. And then for a rarer just means less dense. This happens when there's a change in medium. So whenever there's a change of medium, there will be a change of speed. So if you were going from glass to a vacuum, the speed would increase. And if you were going from vacuum to glass, the speed would decrease. Okay, so we'll mark this as correct answer. Great work. Alright, let's mark this as correct and move on to the next.